Dear students, welcome back to Supply Chain Management Model 2 Strategic Sourcing. What is strategic sourcing? Strategic sourcing can be defined as a collective and organized approach to supply chain management that defines the way information is gathered and used so that an organization can leverage its consolidated purchasing power to find the best possible values in the marketplace. Strategic sourcing is one part of overall procurement management that can help achieve these supply chain goals, reduces costs, assure and improve the quality of the final product, and achieve a faster time to market. Strategic sourcing views supplier as crucial value partners and aims to building sustained relations. General Motors Robot Mania GM CEO in the 1980 was Robert Smith actually. Smith was fascinated with technology. Among other projects such as the purchase of IT firm EDS, Smith embarked on a very aggressive effort to implement robots in GM factories. So he failed actually. When Smith was appointed, GM had approximately 300 robots, one kind of another. He soon created a joint venture with Japan's robot design and he planned to deploy 14,000 new robots in 1990. So, costing billions of dollars, the robots never really worked. As an observer wrote, the robots accidentally painted themselves and dropped windshields onto front seats. So, a showplace factory turned out it more like a basket case. Introduction of the robot lowered the productivity. A nearby plant produced just as many vehicles with 1,500 fewer employees. The entire project was later largely scrapped as GM's cost rose and market share shrunk. Meanwhile, Toyota delivered low cost, high quality vehicles using comparatively low technology, learn production techniques. As one GM finance executive later noticed, at that time the company could have brought both Toyota and Nissan for the money invested in the failed robot technology. A paint especially painful given GM troubles and Toyota and Nissan successful today. So strategic planning is very important. Strategic sourcing. So why do we need a strategic sourcing? First one is increased level of cost saving. This will increase the level of cost saving by identifying and selecting a suppliers that will provide the highest value at the right pricing will enable an organization to continuously achieve higher cost savings. First one is increased level of cost saving. Second one is better alignment of sourcing business objectives. Question is why do we need strategic sourcing? Better alignment of sourcing business objectives. Better alignment allows the business to achieve higher business performances with a higher efficiency and minimum supply chain risks. Next is optimization of ideal suppliers. This is one of the important answer to why do we need strategic sourcing. Optimization of ideal suppliers. An organization is equipped with information that will allow them to match the business objectives to their ideal suppliers. This implies highest value creation and lowest possible cost. Long term relationship building with suppliers. Strategic sourcing helps create a synergy between organizations and its suppliers. Sustained relationship with suppliers implies that when the suppliers are valued and considered in various sourcing decisions, they feel motivated their performance to meet the organization's objectives. Outsourcing. Next is outsourcing. Sourcing doesn't strictly mean only looking to purchase cheap products, but the emphasis on acquiring newly formed business partnerships. Modern supply chains have evolved from simple linear connections between business and suppliers to an interconnected network spanning continent departments and functions. The key to optimize supply chain is effective SCM, supply chain management, and great way to achieve such a optimization is outsourcing SCM to the right experts. Informative technology and outsourcing initiates with a technology provider can involve range of operations from the entire of the IT function to discrete, easily defined components such as disaster recovery, network services, software development, or QR testing. Outsourcing services, business processing outsourcing (BPO) is an outsourcing term for the outsourcing of a specific businesses. Okay, process tasks such as a payroll BPO, often divided into two categories: back office BPO, which includes internal business functions such as billing, purchasing, and front office BPO, which includes customer related services such as marketing, technology support, and all. In today's cloud enabled world, however, IT outsourcing can also include relationship with the providers of software, infrastructure, and platforms as a service. In fact, cloud services account for much as one third of the outsourcing market, a share that is destined to grow. These services are increasingly offered not only by traditional outsourcing providers but by global and nice software vendors or even industrial companies offering technology and services. Outsourcing examples: Nike holding only designing and branding, Dell holding only branding and strategy decision, Toyota, Maruti Suzuki, Honda only assembling, Voltas only branding, LIC and National Insurances only sales of policies. The business cases of outsourcing benefits and costs. The business costs for outsourcing various situations, but the benefits outsourcing often include one of the following, like lower costs. Once you do the outsourcing, lower costs due to economies of scale and lower labor rates. The second one, increased efficiency. Efficiency increased. It's like this. Okay, five important things I have to do. If I give outsourcing five important experts, then it will be very easy. Example, another example: one person making a movie. Okay, himself only is doing a song editing and music composing everything. It may not become successful. Instead of outsourcing, musical experts is giving music department, and singing experts is using that songs and all. Or like outsourcing, if he does, his movie will become wonderful. Same way, increasing efficiency because experts will be involved. So in outsourcing, so efficiency will be increased. Variable capacity, increased focus on strategy competencies, assess a skill or resources, increased flexibility to meet changes changing business and commercial conditions, accelerated time to market, lower ongoing investment in internal infrastructure, access to innovations, intellectual property throughout leadership, possible cash influx resulting from transfer of assets and new providers. Some of the risks also will be there, like a slower turnaround time, lack of business domain knowledge, languages and cultural barriers, time zone, and lack of control. These are all the things we should study. Okay. Now the main important thing what I am telling you, yeah, outsourcing benefits and costs we studied. Outsourcing hidden costs, like the total amount of an outsourcing contract doesn't accurately represent the amount of money and other resources company will spend when it sends IT services out to a third party. Depending on what's outsourced and whom, studies show that the organization will end up spending at least 10% above in figure to set up the deal and manage it over the long things. Among the more significant additional expenses associated with outsourcing are the cost benchmarking analysis to determine whether outsourcing is the right choice, the cost of investigating and selecting a vendor, the cost of transitioning work knowledge to the outsourcer, cost of resourcing from possible layoffs and the associated HR issues, cost of ongoing staffing and management of the outsourcing relationships. Then identifying a core process. The decision to identify selected processes as a core process and focus on improving this can have a significant impact on the performance of firm. The identification of core processes is crucial decision, short term versus long term. The mere decision to focus the resources on the core activities to match capabilities with the best in class performance is not enough. Firms must strive the best in the world in that specific area. Thus, the first step to firm is to develop the capability of distinguish between core activities and commodity activities. Example: Toyota strength is assembly line, do it in a house. HCL strength is logistics and managing supply chain, concentrate on this. Michael Mark, CEO and chairman Plextronics, commented, "Without Plextronics, there would be a no Xbox, only the idea of it. Microsoft has a ton of money, but if they had built factories, they would not have done this project. If guys like us didn't exist, guys like Microsoft wouldn't do hardware product. The risk could be too high." Yes, the business process route. Next, we study about business process route, then product architecture route. What is a business process route? For any firm, three core and high level business processes include customer relationships, product innovations, and supply chain management. Within the identified core business process, firms can examine each of the activities and probably outsource those activities that are commodity types. For example, within the supply chain management, firms must outsourcing the warehousing transparent functions. Core process retained within the company must be strategic from the business point of view. A firm has to make sure that in-house business process give it enough strategy power in the chain and do not allow other chain partner to dictate in terms of value exchange in chains. We'll do one thing. Yeah. Next classes we will study in detail.